You are watching 7 Things Rich People Advise But Never Do. Welcome to Lufend, the place where future successful people come to get inspiration. If you are not yet subscribed, you will miss out a lot. Hello. The world is divided into two. There is the rich and the poor. The rich are those who have money work for them. The poor are those who work for money. The picture of the poor in the eyes of many is the beggar by the street who can't afford anything. But that is the extreme case of poverty. If you trade your time for money in the bid to afford the good things of life, you are not among the rich. The middle class may be a category designed to appease poor people that are hardworking. It is possible to join the rich from being in the middle class. But it is quite rare. Remember, the true definition of the rich is someone who doesn't work for money, but money works for him. And of course, they make plenty of money. You can work to have fulfillment. And everybody needs that. But if your primary motivation for work is the pay, then you are definitely still in the game of the poor. The key is to think differently about work, life, and money. Our society glorifies rich people. They often get turned into thought leaders of some sort. Yes, it is true they might have some wisdom, but they often mislead the public. They give advice that they don't follow or won't follow. If you want to be rich, don't do what rich people say. Instead, watch what they do. Study their life stories. Look for the moments they made an enormous leap and see what they did and the way they did it. This will tell you about the actual steps. There are many advice rich people give that they don't take or they never took. Here are 7 of them. 1. Save money. The rich don't save money. The reason they will tell you is that they have a lot of money so they don't have to save. But that is not the real reason. The real reason is that saving money is not a smart financial decision. Currently in Germany, as an example, you pay the bank to keep your money in it. They don't pay you any interest. In other places, the interest is so low and the value of your money is depreciating way faster. So by the time you get back your money, it can do way less than what it can before you saved it. The rich don't save money. The rich invest money. They buy assets and investments. The only benefit of saving is the self-discipline it teaches. Be smart. 2. Reduce spending. This sounds smart, but it's whilst bad because the recommendation many to avoid wasting to save lots of money. When things are tough, the traditional advice is to scale back spending. There's just one problem. If you reduce spending, everybody will believe that you simply are now going broke. Which results in another problem. Business people become scared to undertake to business with you. Nobody wants to leap on an equivalent wagon with someone who goes down. Negotiating deals becomes unnecessarily difficult. They won't expressly tell you why they're hesitant. But if you throw an extravagant party or demonstrate wealth in some form, they flock to you with deals. This is often the way of the rich. Only poor people hamper spending. I have always considered the rationale wealthy people throw crazy expensive parties. It's not for love or money, but to means their strong hand in business negotiation. 3. Get out of debt. Rich people don't think the way poor people do. Poor people try to urge out of debt, while rich people try to urge into more debt. To the poor, debt may be a burden. To the rich, debt may be a financial instrument. Rich people use the cash to form money. And where do I think they get the initial money they start with? From a job? Far away from it. They catch on from a loan. They get into debt. The difference is that poor people use debts to urge liabilities. And liability are some things that doesn't make money and depreciates with time. 4. Go to school. The higher number of super rich people within the world are people that flunked school. Of course, all of them had some sort of schooling, but they knew when to quit school. Those that keep going to school after school never forced an entry the rich circles. There are some schools where people attend for the association. But the bulk of individuals continue learning and always afraid to show the knowledge into something tangible within the world. And better of all, there's no school just like the world. In life, the experience is king. What you recognize by books is different from what you recognize by your experience. The important advice is to urge within the world and make mistakes. If you'll read, write, speak and you've got a basic knowledge of the skill you would like to figure with, I feel you've had enough school. 5. Get a job. Rich people don't get rich by having employment. They are doing by having a business or investments. There's nothing wrong with having employment if that job is what you would like. But when someone is advising you on going forward, they only tell you to urge employment because they think you can't stomach being on your own. Rich people work to find out and be fulfilled. They work to urge exposed to opportunities. The rich don't work because they need money. If money is what you would like, employment won't give that to you. 6. Diversify. Except if the wealthy person is an investment expert, I can't consider any wealthy person that diversifies. All of them put all their eggs in one basket and guard it with an armored tank. Warren Buffett said that, by the way. Those that diversify clearly don't know what to try to with money. Rich people put their money in what they understand and have an inexpensive amount of control over. Poor people are those that get enticed by subsequent big thing and therefore the idea of diversification. People that deal in land don't do stocks. Those that do stocks don't do land, except once they're buying their own home. This is the way true rich people are. But when giving advice to the overall public novice, they tell you to diversify because you're not deeply knowledgeable in any area. So, it's the safest advice. 7. Take vacations. The rich don't continue vacation. There's always some business tied to the trip, a method or another. They create vacations out of business trips. Once they travel for leisure, their eyes are always open for business opportunities they're in area. Poor people take vacations to run far away from work. And that they avoid thinking about anything related to work by all means. However, rich people can't stop themselves from getting into business mode anywhere they're going. It is all about loving what you are doing for work. Thanks for spending time with us. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. Thanks again, and we can't wait to get back to you.